guys, welcome to more Leon Gabby all around the world, and today I'm going to be showing my room in full effect, part 1 out of 2. This is part 1 of the series, and probably I'll be getting part 2 out toward the end of July or early August, whether I get it out or not. But I'm going to be showing my room in full effect. Sorry about my hand. I'm going to be showing my room in full effects. Nothing unchanged. Nothing has changed about this room, and it's your guys' duty to find out what about this room has changed. Is it something little, something big, something very major? It's your guys' duty to guess what will change inside of this room. But without any further ado, let's get into the room tour, part 1 out of 2, part 1. So right when you walk in, here's my door. This is my door right here. Here's my Game of Thrones banner, and here's something that I got from basketball right here. For basketball, there's my walking stick that I made inside of school, in high school at least. That's my walking stick that I made inside of high school, I think. And I did it in grade 12. Very good walking stick. To people that might look like a hockey stick, but I promise you it's not. It's supposed to be a walking stick. Here's my award wall. There's the Fortnite llama that I made inside of high school. There's the Fortnite intarsia. Now, what these are called specifically, that's an intarsia and that's an intarsia. Now, that's supposed to mean like wood art or something. I'm not really sure. There's my venom mask, my toxic venom mask. There's my toque that I got from high school a long time ago. There's my ribbons right there. There's a medal right there. There's something that I got from basketball too. There's my sunglasses, and there's something from the solar eclipse. There's another medal, and there's another medal right there. And there's my hat, and there's a picture of me from like a showcase or something. There's my Canada flag, and here's something that my most prized possession I love about this room is my shoe collection. There's some shoes right there. That's Under Armour shoes. There's 2 Giannis pairs right there, black and red, and another color, orange, gray, blue, and white. There's my Luka Jordans, and there's my Nike Dunks. Now, some of these shoes go with the boxes. These 3 pairs at least, the Nike Dunks, the Jordan Lukas, and the second pair of Giannis's I have. The box over there by the outlet where the Nintendo Switch is mostly sitting on it goes with the Lukas. The red box goes with the Nike Dunks, and the green one goes with the other pair of Giannis's I have sitting next to the original pair that you guys saw quite a bit in the videos. Here's a water bottle that I have that I got from work placement. Here's a no-name water bottle, again, for drinking. That's what it says. And this one is, if you guys have these water bottles, not just a no-name brand, it basically keeps water cold. And just water. I only just drink water out of this, especially during the summer, because, I said this a few times. Flashback. I said that a few times, and this is the water bottle that will take part into this session of summer. Here's my fan. You guys can see that's going to work right now. There's a Nintendo Switch right there. Here's my bed. Now, your guys' guesses is to find out what happens in this room. That's your first hint. The bed. There's my blankets. One of these blankets is actually from Canadian Tire, as you guys can tell by the shriveled up leaf right there. If I can find the official part of Canadian Tire on this blanket, I could show you. Maybe it's on the other end, maybe. Yeah, it's right there. For their 100 years, right there. If you guys live in Canada, you know why that blanket's sacred. But yeah, there's the Canada flag. There's a Nova Scotia flag right up there. Now these both resemble my where I live. Not going to go in specifics about where my exact location of where I live is, because that's just going a little bit too far. I got my LED lights right here. I got another Rick and Morty poster, something from graduation of high school. There's a thing that I got for graduation, I think. There's a Canadian Tire certificate. There's another one right up there. There's both of my my graduation certificates. That's the high school one. That's the NACC one. And what NACC stands for here in Canada, at least, or in Nova Scotia, is Nova Scotia Community College. That's what that stands for. I got a lot of plaques. There's one of them right there's behind the medals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got 5 plaques inside of this room. I'm selling it a little bit too hard, not trying to flex. There's another Rick and Morty poster. There's my graduation hat from high school. There's a JBL speaker. There's a drawstring bag that I got from high school. There's some lanyards right there from high school. There's a third Rick and Morty poster. There's one of the wires that go with this headset up here. I'm not going to try and show that information right there. I'm not trying to get you guys to read that. I mean, the letters are pretty small, so you guys will be not able to read that regardless. But what that is my first aid certificate. There's the speakers right there that go with the wire over there. There's the speakers. And then there's my closet. Now I want to show you guys something about this that I think, and there's my mini fridge. There's my, here's my, my Skull Candy earbuds. When I like to go to sleep, I want to listen to music and relax. There's my recycling bin. There's my garbage bin. There's my Sharpie. There's a part of my mic there that go for the headsets. There's my name tag for Canadian Tire, and there's my mini fridge right here. This mini fridge changed a lot. You guys were normally seeing the white one in part 1, or I mean another series on my other channel that I deleted. This one's a new one because my other one broke. And here's my TV that's supposedly supposed to act like a monitor. Now something here will also be changing. Here's my webcam for my live streams. Here's my stereo, and there's my PS4. Now something about this will be changing too. Something over here will be changing. Over here. Something over here. Something that has to do with this general area. And something about over here will be changing. Now, it's your guys' duty to guess. But this TV is supposed to act like a monitor. For some reason. I don't know how. But I want to show you guys something. I'm not going to show you inside my closet because there's a lot of private shit in there. But, here I'll show you. Something cool about my room. Just get it ready for you guys to see here. Sorry that something just dropped. Sorry about that. Here's my cologne. This is my cologne bottle right here. Now, you guys see that right there, right? A Canio, I think that's what that is. Canio Lamborghini Classico. Now, your guys's, I know I have some American viewers out there, but your guys's like version of that, where I got that cologne from is Shoppers. Now, your guys's version of that is Walgreens in America. We don't have Walgreens here. Our closest version of that is Shoppers. Now, if you guys live in Canada, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but that's it. But yeah, there's my closet. I'm not going to show you that because there's a lot of personal shit in there, and I don't want you guys seeing that. But yeah, that's the room. Now, like I said, it's your guys' time to shine, and your guys' time to guess what will be changing inside of this room. Now, it could be everything. It could be flat out everything. It could be the Game of Thrones. It could be the ward wall. It could be anything in this room. It's your guys' time to shine, and guess inside of the comments, what do you think will change inside of... Oh, and one more thing I want to point out right here is I was kind of stupid, and I left one of the name tags on my home shirt. So, like this one, for example, the Reebok, which is my favorite brand, by the way. I did something kind of stupid. I left my name tag, one of my other name tags. I had 3 name tags, but I left one on my shirt when I was getting home from work and just took it off without even realizing it was on my shirt. I thought I took it off, but to just rub it in my face that I know I destroyed it because I left it on my shirt, it went through the wash and just destroyed itself because I was, again, stupid like I said. There it is. just to rub it in my face, I just taped it there. So that way, I can just, whenever I walk into this room, I will see it there. And I will laugh at myself for being stupid on that one day where it went through the wash and broke and just snapped in half. The whole thing. Here, I'll show you. On a name tag, it's supposed to have this in the back of it. That's all gone. It's just the sticky part right behind the thing that stays onto your shirt. That's all that's there. Nothing else. That sticky part is all gone, and it's just a flat name tag. I can literally put my hand right over it, and there you guys can see under it too, or you guys can see above it too. There is nothing under that name tag at all, and that name tag is entirely destroyed. But going back to what I was just saying, it is your guys' duty to guess what will change in this room. Could it be everything? Could it be something very small? Could it be anything? Anything in this room, it'll change a stupid amount, but it's your guys' time to shine in the comments. What do you think will change in this room, and what changes will go down inside of this room? Now, like I said in one of my videos, which is right here, that is what I said. My background, which is right over there, or no, right over here. Your guys is normally seeing the Rick and Morty poster and partially some of the Canada flag. That's the background you guys are normally used to seeing. But that's about to change. And over here is going to change drastically. Now, like I said, this is part 1 out of 2. Your guys' time to shine.